Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one is from Ponderosa Willow. Am I the beehole for ruining a funeral and potentially costing a lot of family members their jobs? My grandparents passed away recently. I follow the guidelines my grandma set up for her funeral event. Her church, her burial plot, her casket, and the same for my grandpa. I just didn't expect for it to be a joint funeral. I sent out the notifications to friends of theirs and family after the date was set in stone. Their friends all came, so did most of my grandma's church, but no family showed up. I wasn't surprised. I hadn't seen most of them in about 4 years. I had a great time with my grandparents' friends, and then I went back home and cried my heart out. I had been their sole caregiver, and I don't know what to do without them. I had taken care of them for 15 years. It started with little things like lifting heavy things and escalated to needing to change the bed twice a night sometimes. I was empty and started to scroll through my grandparents' Facebook to see pictures he posted before the memory went. I found a group, started about 3 years ago, that was being flooded with activity. When I went poking around, I found out it was my mother who was hosting a funeral at her church and was trying to get the final expenses taken care of. I was stunned. Here was the woman I hadn't spoken to since throwing her out of the house for stealing jewelry and upsetting Grandma terribly by using her Alzheimer's against her. How could you forget my birthday? You promised to give me this. I went to the funeral. My mother had planned and listened to the pastor, and then my mother got up to talk. She told everyone how hard it was taking care of them, and something inside me roared to life. I don't remember everything I said, but I did include that she didn't pay for anything for them. Not their caskets, not their burial plots, not their cremation, nothing. I told everyone. I put them to rest at the funeral Grandma planned herself 4 days prior. I said she never paid for any of their care, or even seen them for 4 years. I was asked to leave, and drove home. Later, a cousin asked me if what I said was true, and when I said it, could I have proof? They explained my mother had been taking funds from the oh my gosh, she's so evil, for years to pay for their care at a facility, because they had outlived their insurance policy. Wow. They also explained I had gotten a lot of people in trouble because somewhere in that speech, I shouted I had done it all alone for years without any help. A lot of family members used my grandparents as an excuse to get out of work and had invited their coworkers to the funeral. By hearing my outbursts, they were now in trouble for lying for the reasons they leave work or miss days. She then went on to ask me about the inheritance, and when that would be, of course they wonder about the inheritance, when that would be passed out. I told her that if anyone had earned the inheritance, it had already been taken care of. I thought I was in the right, but now I'm doubting myself after so many cousins and family members are calling to tell me I handled it really poorly. Am I the beehole? Did I handle this badly? Everyone's telling me I did. No, OP. No, no. You put years in taking care of your grandparents, and then this frickin' bee comes in and says, "Oh, I did all the work. It was so hard. Woe is me. Pay attention to me and feel sorry for me, 'cause I'm a saint." No, I'm glad you called her on her BS and made her look foolish, and I'm glad you're getting everybody in trouble for using your grandparents when none of them had, came and paid them a visit, or at least said hi and bye. No, OP, you did a good thing by screwing them all over. And she has the audacity to have a funeral when you're already having the funeral that your grandparents wanted. I assume some of that is a scam, like the funeral was cheap because she didn't have to pay for like the casket or anything like that. She probably, spent a little bit on the venue and then took the rest because she sounds like a horrible ghoulish cretinous creature. And of course the rest of the family's calling to tell you that you handled it poorly. You made them all look like freaking idiots, but it's not your fault. They're the ones who lied, and they're the ones who for some reason invited coworkers, I guess maybe to get money off of them. Did they bring gifts to the funeral? I don't know. And yeah, they're gonna tell you, they're gonna be mad at you because of their inheritance. For some reason they think they're entitled to that when they did nothing. OP, 100% not the beehole, and I'm sorry and sad that your grandparents, have left this earth. But don't let those idiots get to you. They don't deserve a damn thing. They weren't there, changing beds and lifting things and helping. So no, OP, you are not the beehole. Our next one comes from It's My Party This Time. Am I the beehole for planning a second birthday party after my boyfriend disregarded what I wanted? My boyfriend, I'll call him Alex, wanted to plan my birthday dinner this year. I was not too keen on this because I hate making a big scene and he likes it. Oh, I can relate to you. I'm not fond of making big scenes either. Also, I had a restaurant in mind already. Basically, I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to do just that. Alex said he at least wanted to plan slash host it. I said okay. I gave him all the information on what I wanted. Mind you, my dad always pays for my birthday dinners. We're not big on gifts, so he normally just picks up the tab for whatever celebration I have instead. So when I had thought about what I wanted, budget was not an issue. Alex was very secretive during the planning, but he said he would love what I planned. He said I would love what he planned, and considering that I had written it all on a full page of what I wanted, I didn't think anything against it. But when he drove me to the dinner, it was at a completely different restaurant, one I didn't hate, but certainly not where I wanted my birthday. He'd invited some of his friends who I didn't like, oh man, it sounds like he's making this party for himself, OP, and had decorated the table. Even though we were eating in the main part of the restaurant, which drew unnecessary attention, I was horrified. OP, I can relate hardcore with this. I don't even like the staff coming to sing me happy birthday. I just don't want the attention. I went into the bathroom, had a little cry, and then pretended to have a fun evening, even though all my friends knew this would upset me. I told Alex afterwards how upset I was, and he was offended. He said he couldn't afford the party I wanted, so he planned an alternative, which I think is a stupid excuse because I never asked him to pay. Eventually, I settled it saying I appreciated the effort, but in the future, I will be planning my own events. So I did. I planned a do-over dinner at the place I wanted, with the guest list I wanted, and the menu I wanted. Alex is really mad about this, saying it's embarrassing for him. I think he had the dinner he wanted. Very, very true, OP. That's the same vibe I got. Because a dinner that didn't take into account what I wanted was not for me, and now I'm having the dinner I want. He's really not letting it go, and his friends agree I'm humiliating him. Am I the beehole? OP, this guy you're with is an idiot. Most guys are annoyed and have a hard time when women try to not tell them what they want. You wrote a whole paper, a whole page telling him exactly what you wanted. That'd be God sent to me. Like if I was dating someone, like, this is what I want. Cool, this makes it easier for me. I got it. I will figure it out. Thank you, making it easier on me. This guy's an idiot, and I think he just, like you said, he wanted to have his own party for himself, invited people you don't like, but that are his friends. Also, I'm pretty sure he knows you don't like being the center of attention, and he still decorates the table and does all of that crap. OP, this guy kind of a jerk. I'm just letting you know. Maybe you think about it, because this was a slam dunk. This should have been an easy one. He had instructions, and he still failed miserably. I know if I have instructions, I'm not gonna fail. So OP, not the beehole, please enjoy your real party, okay? Because that's what he should have done in the first place. And our final one comes from AITA BFF. Am I the beehole for detailing my husband's car? My husband has a car, and it's his baby. He details it every so often and only takes it out on special occasions, like anniversaries and such. Our anniversary is coming up, and he had been away for work for a while, so I thought it'd be nice if I detailed his car as a surprise. I did my research and pulled out all the stops, doing everything I've seen my husband do while working on the car. I blew out all the hard-to-reach spots. I vacuumed, treated the leather, waxed and polished the outside. When I was done, the car was looking like new, and I thought just how much my husband would love it. When he got home and saw the car, he freaked out. I basically got interrogated. What kind of wax did I use? What did you put on the leather? He also complained that it smelled different, more fruity and feminine. I burst into tears, and we didn't end up celebrating our anniversary at all. I know my husband is very particular about his car, so I was careful, but I still feel like I didn't deserve that reaction. Hi, OP. I'm gonna give you a slight the beehole. Because, come on, that's his car, that's his baby. He likes it exactly the way he wants. We all have that thing. For me, it's my computer. I love to build computers. Don't touch my computer. Don't try to change parts without me. Don't touch it. Don't go anywhere. You might get a virus. That's my computer. Don't touch it. So I can relate with your husband where, you don't want people to touch your baby, the thing you like to work on. And thing you put a lot of work and pride and joy into. And I can also see where you're coming from, though. Like, that's a nice gesture. That's why I gave you the soft beehole, because I get it. You did it. That sounds cute on paper, but just don't touch his things. Eventually, I'm sure you guys are gonna work through this, but I also get where he's coming from too, because certain kind of waxes are rough on the leather. It might damage the paint. It might damage the thing on top of the paint. You gotta be real careful with that sort of thing. So OP, soft beehole. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.